Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
The people have spoken, the votes are in, and the players are ready to rock. At curling's first ever All-Star event, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th, where 13 of the world's best men's and women's curlers face off for a star-studded celebrity pro-am, a unique skills competition, and an all-star skins game you won't want to miss. Got a ticket? We'll see you in Music City. Don't have one? Better hurry. They're going fast. The 2025 TCG All-Star Game. Live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th. Let's rock.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Team Homan rocks. Team Mowat rocks. But who rocks harder? On April 7th, we'll find out. Presented by Rio Mare, join us in Toronto at the Curling Group's first ever Battle of the Sexes, as World Number 1 Team Homan takes on World Number 1 Team Mowat in a head-to-head charity curling skins game with a twist. 8 ends, 4 rule changes, and curling like you've never seen before. Watch it live on the Grand Slam of Curling website, app, and YouTube, with celebrity coaches and special guest appearances. The Curling Group's first ever Rio Mare Battle of the Sexes, April 7th, Mattamy Athletic Center in Toronto. Get your tickets now at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock!
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Welcome to therockshop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of Curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, The Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of Curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
The people have spoken, the votes are in, and the players are ready to rock. At curling's first ever All-Star event, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th, where 13 of the world's best men's and women's curlers face off for a star-studded celebrity pro-am, a unique skills competition, and an all-star skins game you won't want to miss. Got a ticket? We'll see you in Music City. Don't have one? Better hurry. They're going fast. The 2025 TCG All-Star Game, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th. Let's rock.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort, the practice.
Team Homan rocks. Team Mowat rocks. But who rocks harder? On April 7th, we'll find out. Presented by Rio Mare, join us in Toronto at the Curling Group's first ever Battle of the Sexes, as World #1 Team Homan takes on World #1 Team Mowat in a head-to-head charity curling skins game with a twist. 8 ends, 4 rule changes, and curling like you've never seen before. Watch it live on the Grand Slam of Curling website, app, and YouTube, with celebrity coaches and special guest appearances. The Curling Group's first ever Rio Mare Battle of the Sexes, April 7th, Mattamy Athletic Center in Toronto. Get your tickets now at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock!
I have an idea.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's gonna make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster. Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
The people have spoken, the votes are in, and the players are ready to rock. At curling's first ever all-star event, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th, where 13 of the world's best men's and women's curlers face off for a star-studded celebrity pro-am, a unique skills competition, and an all-star skins game you won't want to miss. Got a ticket? We'll see you in Music City. Don't have one? Better hurry. They're going fast. The 2025 TCG All-Star Game. Live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th. Let's rock.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at the RockShop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. The RockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
The people have spoken, the votes are in, and the players are ready to rock. At curling's first ever all-star event, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th, where 13 of the world's best men's and women's curlers face off for a star-studded celebrity pro-am, a unique skills competition, and an all-star skins game you won't want to miss. Got a ticket? We'll see you in Music City. Don't have one? Better hurry. They're going fast. The 2025 TCG All-Star Game, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th. Let's rock.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice.
Team Homan rocks. Team Mowat rocks. But who rocks harder? On April 7th, we'll find out. Presented by Rio Mare, join us in Toronto at the Curling Group's first ever Battle of the Sexes, as world #1 Team Homan takes on world #1 Team Mowat in a head-to-head charity curling skins game with a twist. 8 ends, 4 rule changes, and curling like you've never seen before. Watch it live on the Grand Slam of Curling website, app, and YouTube, with celebrity coaches and special guest appearances. The Curling Group's first ever Rio Mare Battle of the Sexes, April 7th, Mattamy Athletic Center in Toronto. Get your tickets now at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock!
I have an idea. Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
we asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's gonna make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster. Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at the RockShop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. The RockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the semifinals of the Curling Stadium Speedy Creek Shootout here in Swift Current, Saskatchewan. My name's Jim Nix, and I'm going to be joined by Ryan Jacques, and I'll have Jerry Kurtz doing some production with us as well. So we look forward to a great game this afternoon. This one features Jacob Libbus, who you may or may not know, and Rylan Kleiter, who you probably remember from the Briar. So we're looking for a good game. I think, Ryan, I don't know if you're very familiar with the Libbus team or not, but you probably are.
Yeah, quite familiar. Played with two of these guys in the past.
Okay.
And played against the other two many, many times over the last decade.
Oh, very good. Over the last decade. So you started like when you were like in early juniors kind of thing, because these guys, I think, are the next gen or U25 team, I think, or right around there, maybe just out of there.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
So my team beat them in the 2016 U18 provincial final. Then they beat us in the 2017 provincial final. Well, kind of. It was more of a round robin thing. But yeah, we've gone back and forth many times over the years. And that a very solid team. They've been having quite the season. Let's see if they can keep it going in this event.
Yeah, we were talking. I did their game this morning, and we were saying they had a nice run at the Aztec where they knocked Brad Jacobs out of the event, and they also had a win against Returnaz in that game, in that Bonspiel. So that's pretty good on their way to the 3-3 record. And they started 3-2 here. They ended up 3-2 after the round robin. They had to kind of wait to see if they were going to get in on the last shot draws, and they finally did. And then they had a major upset this morning, defeating, I'm sure, the favorite of everybody here, and that beat Nicholas Adine on the last shot. Jacob made a nice last rock takeout to win that one. So a big upset there to get to this game against Rylan.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And being a Saskatchewan hometown here, I'm sure the fans at the rink will be cheering for Team Kleiter. to pull this
Yeah.
one off.
Yeah, I would think that would be the case. I don't see anybody in green, though. There's no Rough Rider fans out here, so I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're out there somewhere. So early on here, we've got, looks like Kleiter has hammer. And we're early, and they are going at it quickly. There's no fooling around here. They're going to have 4 out of 5 rocks in the house right now, and another one coming.
Yeah, both teams know the ice. Well, they better at this point, but I'm sure they do, having made the semifinals. So why waste any time? Let's go right after it.
Yeah, a lot on the line for teams. And anytime you're in a semifinals of a Bonspiel, and particularly for Rylan Kleiter, he's trying to secure a spot in the Olympic trials, and a victory in this Bonspiel would certainly go a long way to making that happen, from what I'm understanding. So, yeah. So Jacob had a funny start, as I mentioned. He stole 3 in the first end against a Dean, and then he just kind of missed a few shots that I would have expected him to make in the middle ends, but then really turned up at the end, made a couple of really, really nice shots late in the game that just had to be perfect, and they were. So I'm not very familiar with any of these guys, obviously, being an East Coaster, and I haven't seen them play, but
yeah, well, these are 2 solid up-and-coming teams.
Yeah.
And you've got some pretty talented teams out there yourself. I know Team Purcell, they sure had a great showing at the Brier this year.
Yeah, they did. They would have been very pleased with how they performed there. It's they didn't set really any expectations that I'm aware of going into the Brier, other than they wanted to experience it, for number one, and number two, play as good as they could play. And I think they probably achieved that overall. I would think it's a pretty daunting task playing the first Brier, especially when you win a few games and you're in the hunt somewhere right along the way. It gets to be
Yep.
Yeah.
You're not an underdog anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They did get out and play more this year. They did play some more spiels away than most of our teams play. And obviously it was beneficial for them. And Owen just makes, they all make a lot of shots, but Owen particularly, is one of a skip that does make a lot of shots. And I find historically in Nova Scotia, we tend to have skips, and no disrespect to all guys that did it, because I did it, others did it, but we just don't have skips that can perform at that level on a regular basis. And he seemed to be able to do that, and has done it in some Bonspiel. So yeah, looking forward to see where they go in the future with it. And we'll see. They're doing a little bit of one of our parents of a junior team, we have bid on an auction item for a session with that team for the junior team. So they're going to do that. That'll be kind of neat for our kids. So look forward to that.
Sweet.
So
but yeah, I've heard it can be a little trickier over there because you have to travel a lot for spiels, and that can get quite expensive. You need good sponsors or good family support to do that. I know Team Libbus and Team Kleiter are very fortunate to lots of events out in Alberta and Saskatchewan. You could probably not even leave the province the whole season and still get a bunch of awesome and games against experienced teams. So
exactly
in that way.
Yeah, you hit it on the head. It's it definitely is. I mean, everybody has expenses if they're going to travel a lot, but you at home we don't have enough of these teams that are at this level to be able to do it by staying local. So conditions are now pretty good, even though Russ sometimes likes to talk differently, but we've had that conversation before. I don't think that's a real fair assessment anymore. I think we get some pretty good ice conditions, and that's okay, but you still got to have that competition and get used to that. And that's what a lot of teams are missing, and sponsorship's a little hard to come by for curling down in this way. But anyway, they're going to make it work, and they banked a few dollars with their performance at the Brier too. So hopefully they'll get out a little more next year and get back and move it up another notch. So we're moving on here. We only have 3 rocks apiece to come. Jacob Lupus and throwing red, and throwing first. Just a heavy clean here. Has shot rock. That one's in there pretty solid, Ryan.
Yeah, this is not looking too hot for Kleiter. They've missed a couple double peels so far this end, and that's why it looks so horribly junky.
Yeah.
But you can't count them out of it yet.
No.
And that draw might be there. That's a real tough one, though. Put it on the edge of the
yeah.
pin.
It would be, for sure.
Yeah.
So enough space between the yellow and the red to get the red going back towards the two yellows together there if he wants to take that on. Or he might just peel the top one and try to just run it into the other guards as well and get as many off as he can. Got to do it now because he's not going to have time by the time he gets to his shots, and that's not far away. Josh return here, left-hander. Looks like he's going to get rid of a couple.
Oh, caught in between a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the one rock they left is sort of taking both raises out of the picture, if you will. I don't know if one of them's there anyway, but the other one's definitely there. But
well, I'm sure Team Libbus is just going to plug it up.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't even know if the draw going around, if you ever wanted to be aggressive enough to go right around everything. I'm not sure if it's there.
Yeah, it's a tight hole.
Yeah. And you don't want to be heavy. You don't want to have it up with a wasted shot just going to the back of the 8-foot or something. So I think the guard's pretty good here. Jacob Libbus with his first shot here in the first stand. It looks like it's going to be where he wants it to be. That should be pretty good.
Yeah, the angles on those two yellows in the top 8 are just so horrible that even a double peel is not going to do a whole lot for Kleiter here.
Yeah.
But he's always got that draw. Maybe. It's a tight hole.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if it's there or not. That's not sure on that, but you might have to find out.
Yeah, that's where I wonder if he not that I see anything at the moment, but could you be a little more creative? Try to maybe split some yellows around and get a shot for your next one? Because I don't think this double peel's doing really anything.
No, I'm not
Team
so
Libbus,
sure.
they're not going to miss the center line guard.
Well, he is going to get the reds anyways.
Yeah, because all you have to do is guard that full 8 yellow rock, and they won't have anything else.
You're right.
Well, maybe I shouldn't say that. They might be able to run that super long corner guard just past the yellow and clip the red on the button, which would then kind of spin off and hit the yellow onto the back 8 red. Maybe that's what they're thinking about.
That is creative thinking.
Yes. I'm like an English teacher. I'm looking for meaning here.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be there. I don't know. I don't know if it even goes by the top one, but he's going to be looking for something here in a minute. So Josh Libbus with a second guard attempt here in the first end.
And yeah, just through this path should be no problem.
Yeah.
It's looking good.
So we shall see what he thinks he wants to play here. I don't see anything off of either one of those, unless he wants to go red on yellow. See there that red's just about biting the pin there. So
looks
like I'm going to try that draw through the port.
He's going for it. I like it.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see that angle run back now, though.
Yeah.
I think there's just enough angle to get past and clip the red, but
yeah,
this is probably an easier shot, even though it's not easy by any means.
Yeah, you might be right on that. I'm not sure.
Well, another benefit of this is it's another chance to get his draw weight, even if he doesn't make it.
Yeah.
He'll have his draw weight locked in for the rest of the game.
So Rylan Kleiter with last rock here in the first end, facing a very tough final rock. I have to just squeak by the outside yellow one. Actually, it's not bad for line if it just moves a little bit more, and it will. Now where does it go from here? In the house, the bounce step there, and I don't know.
Nope, that bounced off pretty hard.
Yeah. So it looks like probably a steal of one for Jacob Libbus, and he will take a 1-0 lead into the second end when we get back.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardlines Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Saskatchewan, you know Sasktel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With Sasktel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. Sasktel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sasktel.com/sponsorships.
The people have spoken, the votes are in, and the players are ready to rock. At curling's first ever all-star event, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th, where 13 of the world's best men's and women's curlers face off for a star-studded celebrity pro-am, a unique skills competition, and an all-star skins game you won't want to miss. Got a ticket? We'll see you in Music City. Don't have one? Better hurry. They're going fast. The 2025 TCG All-Star Game, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th. Let's rock.
Hi, I'm Jane.
And I'm Rick, and Jane and I are the owners of Sprague Foods Limited here in Belleville, Ontario, in the Bay of Quinte area. We're a food processing facility, and we can a whole range of products, including soups and sauces and rice pudding and beans.
So we're back for the second end here in Swift Current. So, Ryan, not too much Rylan Kleiter could do about that in the first end with what he was facing on the Skips Rocks.
Yeah, it was an incredibly difficult draw, just a little bit heavy. He had to put it right on the edge of the pin, but that rock was bouncing off all day. Still a good effort, though.
Yep. So Jacob Libbus says figures it worked the first end. We're going to throw more guards up this end and see how we get along. The other semifinal here today has Jordan McDonald versus Lucas Klima. We'll give you updates on that periodically as we go through this one. Or if you have 2 monitors, you can actually watch both games at the same time.
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
True curling fans.
I know.
Love those setups. Why not even 3 monitors?
Yes. Yeah.
And maybe a TV in the background too.
Yeah, it should be all set. And divorced if you're married, so you're good. So Rylan Kleiter now asking Matthew Hall to kind of clean this up a little bit, try to get rid of those guards and get a little better situation set up for his team.
He seems to be on cleanup duty pretty often.
Yeah.
They like clearing the center. It's not that it's poorly set up ends, but ooh.
Yeah, he didn't quite get the other. He did move that rock off the button, but certainly not what he was trying to do.
Yeah, that's the 3rd time now that we've seen some of their peel weights curl a bit extra.
Yeah.
2 of their double peels in the first end over curled on them. So I wonder if the ice has opened up a little bit. There's some extra curl on those up weights.
Yeah, maybe so. I thought earlier today it just seemed almost at times it seemed a little bit straighter than it had been, but not
sure.
straight by any means, but a little bit straighter than it was earlier in the weekend. Trying to go through the port here. Looks pretty good. It should come off that outside one. It's a pretty nice shot. Zachary Poliak, is that how you say that?
Yes.
Okay, wow, got one right.
Very good.
Yeah, it's definitely a different name.
But I played with him. Well, it's funny because he was on my team when we beat Jacob Libbus and his old team in the U18 provincials.
Yeah.
And for the banner, they actually spelled Zach's name wrong. They spelt it as Zakiri. So Zachery instead of Ary. So we used to call him Zakiri sometimes.
Zakiri, yeah.
Apparently that was his name now.
Yeah. So they get rid of one guard. They get rid of their own, actually, the one of their own rock. They tried to make the double peel again, just didn't quite work. So now Libbus will throw up another guard. Kleiter will continue to chase here. Certainly not getting anything set up with the hammer detail sort of deal.
Yeah, and so far they've been chasing early. It seems the Libbus front end is outplaying the Kleiter front end so far.
Yeah, it would seem to be the case.
And gone are the days when you can just rely on your skip to pull you out of situations. These higher level teams, up and coming teams, you need a full slate of great curlers.
You sure do, yeah. So another peel attempt for Kleiter. Looking at that, I think he's playing the high one. He started playing the top red onto the medium red or middle red. And then ultimately, if you can throw it hard enough, onto the red that's on the tee line there. So Josh Matern, I've seen him throw some pretty high hard ones over the last few weeks, so I'm sure that he can get it down there in a hurry. He's going to get more than one. That's a great shot. Might not get it out, but still a great shot.
Oh, nicely done.
Yeah, really good.
Let's put a quarter in the machine, shall we?
All right. So you see this coming down again. Left-hander Matern.
Oh, so clean.
Didn't have to really do anything with this. A little tiny bit Matt Hall goes on it to get it to curl a little bit more. And just a half an inch from getting all of them. But much better situation for Kleiter, I guess, right?
For sure.
Libbus going to peel the corner. Yeah, good shot. Nathan Malberg. Nathan had a pretty good game earlier. We were talking about it during the game. He seemed to be having a pretty good game. Not many misses. So a chance for Kleiter to freeze to something. I don't know that there's any great benefit to one versus the other, just personal feel, I think. The rest of the team doesn't seem sold on this. I'm not quite sure why. It looks like you're going to be forced here in a few couple minutes anyway, so you might as well try to freeze to one of these rocks. Maybe they're just debating on whether or not they really know the ice for this.
Yeah, that definitely could be. But I agree with you, Jim. I think you try to freeze if it was earlier in the end. You could hit and roll a bit, maybe set up a double later. But
yeah,
like you said, it's pretty late in the end.
So Matern being a left-hander, throwing an out turn for him. Needs to curl a little bit. A little bit lazy getting over there. I don't know if it's going to quite get to it or not. They will hook pretty good when they're starting to stop. Well, not exactly what he wanted, but weight was good. Just needed to find another rock's width of curling. So Jacob Libbus now look to remove that yellow. Oh, actually, he is shot rock. Probably removing it regardless, but he is shot rock. So would prefer not to stay right there. But
yeah, if they're willing to try a freeze on a single rock, you know they're going to freeze into a pocket. Don't give them that chance.
Yeah, exactly.
And the teams at this caliber, I don't think wherever he rolls, this rock is going to count for anything. So I don't think they'd be too upset if he rolled out.
And he'll roll all the way over to the center of the sheet. And
I don't know if I love where that landed, though. You could corner freeze on, well, either red rock on the side and cue it up for the back gate rock.
Yep. Yep. Rylan's going to play the freeze to the same one he tried on the last shot. Just take a little bit less ice. Looks like I'll be taking a rock's worth less ice. And
I'm a little surprised by this one because it's pretty tough to make sure you're sitting shot rock, even second shot, because that's key on this.
Yeah.
So they know the path well, so don't blame them for that.
Yeah, as long as they can keep it from nose, really. Nose probably is where they might run into a little trouble being a shot rock, so they need to keep it a little bit on the inside of nose at least, and then they should be okay.
Totally.
Rylan Kleiter. And doing not much with it. A little bit of cleaning. And this looks like it's going to be over curling a little bit. Possibly number 2. I don't know that it's shot. I don't think it's shot rock. Looks like the red at the back might be shot, but it's a little bit hard for us to tell. Jacob rather is going to try to pick this or blast it out. I'm not quite sure which.
I think he was trying to pick it out. Yeah. It's a bit dangerous to clip the red one. You could get it onto the other red.
Yeah. Yeah, there might be enough room here with where those rocks are positioned to be able to kind of shoot it through the port there. 4 or 5 foot wide port, but I don't know if he touches the red one at the back, whether or not it redirects on the one that's behind it, whether it redirects the yellow onto one of his own. We'll see. Good contact. Oh, he gets away with it. Yeah. Got away with it. Went in right in behind. Those are the ones that I have a little trouble figuring out what's going to happen angle-wise. I figure I can manage angles pretty good, but when you get that kind of a shot, that one's a little tough for me to tell. I had no idea where that was going to go. So a draw to the 4-foot for Rylan Kleiter. Probably doesn't need even all 4-foot, but he'll be looking to put it on the pin. That's Skips are almost usually looking to throw this and have it be really close. It's not quite a practice shot. You're facing two, but it's at the same time kind of a practice shot for getting it to the button. Sweeper's just looking at it right now. Must be fairly close. Going hard now. Going really hard. Have they left this a little too long? Not sure yet. Not sure yet. And no, they will get it there. It'll be easier than I thought.
Oh, it needed a great sweep, keeping the sweepers warm.
It did, yeah. That's important. So we have a tie game after 2 ends here in Swift Current at the Speedy Creek Shootout semifinals. We'll be back right after the break.
Team Homan rocks. Team Mowat rocks. But who rocks harder? On April 7th, we'll find out. Presented by Rio Mare, join us in Toronto at the Curling Group's first ever Battle of the Sexes, as world number 1 Team Homan takes on world number 1 Team Mowat in a head-to-head charity curling skins game with a twist. 8 ends, 4 rule changes, and curling like you've never seen before. Watch it live on the Grand Slam of Curling website, app, and YouTube with celebrity coaches and special guest appearances. The Curling Group's first ever Rio Mare Battle of the Sexes, April 7th, Mattamy Athletic Center in Toronto. Get your tickets now at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Welcome to therockshop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of Curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of Curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
So we are back for end number 3 here in Swift Current, where we have a 1-1 tie between Rylan Kleiter of Saskatoon and Jacob Libbus of Edmonton, Alberta. Kleiter really never had anything develop at all that end, Ryan. It just kind of was inevitable. He's probably going to have to take one by the time we got to the end of it.
Yep, pretty much. Early on, it was looking even scarier, maybe a steal.
Yeah, for sure.
They cleaned things up, though.
Yeah. This one hanging out a little bit, trying to get to the face of that yellow. Yeah, I guess he'll get there. Not quite, but pretty close. Little hit and roll call now for Kleiter. Maybe things will go a little bit better for him without the hammer.
Yeah, normally you want it, but sometimes you're just not feeling with the hammer for some reason.
Yeah. Matthew Hall looking to make the little hit and flop. It's going to be very close. Careful it doesn't roll too far. Still a pretty good shot. Speaking of hammers, I don't know if you saw, because it wasn't what game was that? When they were playing on the Women's Worlds, I don't know what it was, quarterfinals, some of the game between China and Switzerland, and it was Swiss got 2 in the first end, and then Chinese blanked 6 ends in a row. You rarely see that anymore at all, and even less in women's curling versus men's curling. So they blanked 6 in a row before they tied it up at 2 after 8 ends. That was wild.
No kidding.
Yeah, I don't know how it was happening. We didn't see it, but anyway, whatever. That's what it was. So, yeah.
Typically not very exciting for the fans. I know some ends can turn into blanks and be exciting, but
yeah,
you don't see it very often.
No, exactly. So working hard to get this one by the guard, and they will sneak it by. A good sweeping job by Nathan Mulberg there. Just kind of held that one out pretty good. Kleiter still with shot rock on the, just barely biting the button. Hall come right in on top of this, try to set up an angle. Line looks really good if he's got enough weight to do what he wants. The boys drag him a long way. We saw that in the first end. Well swept. Libbus going to run the guard rather. So it was interesting how they do all this, and they stack some of the rocks like that, and then somebody peels it right back in, and like in this shot, it's possible that nothing stays, including his red one. Well, move them around. Feel like you throw it that hard and hit them, you'd think that more than one of them would actually go out of play.
Right?
Yeah.
The red one did roll nicely behind corner guard in the house.
It did, yeah.
kind
it
of.
Did. Well, forcing Kleiter to decide to play it, that's
pretty
one
much.
thing. Yeah. So the outturn little mini slash, I guess, for Josh Mattern there. Have a little ice, but usually doesn't curl very much far out on the side of the sheet. Having to hold it though. Can he hold it, or is it going to curl past? It might miss the back one. Nope. He gets it all right. Fine. And stays in the house. So Libbus will look to play the one on the center line and try to make a little roll behind the guard. Can't really roll behind the other corner guard because it's just too far. He has to go by the guard pretty tight as it is to make any kind of roll. So Nathan Malberg. Third stone looking to make the little hit and flop. Thinking probably hack-ish weight. This could be really good. May roll a little too far, and it will need to be on that a little bit. So Josh now will look to play this hit and flop, or even a little flop behind the corner would be okay. Not really playing at this point with the expectation of stealing a point, more about trying to get the force. So first things first, make sure you stay here. Matthew all on the brush. And they will squeak it by and hit it right pretty much on the nose. Very nicely done. But it does leave a little roll possibility for Libbus here. It's the same shot, just try to get it a little bit on the outside of the rock and roll buried behind the red one. Won't be throwing big weight on this, just something in the neighborhood of board probably. This looks pretty good. And he'll almost get the outside roll. A little trouble getting those rolls. Kleiter now. Try to remove this red one. Ideally.
Queued up so beautifully through that hole.
Yeah.
If you hit one of the guards, you weren't going to have a great shot anyways.
That's right. Kleiter's trying to force Libbus to one here. This is going pretty hard. I don't know if he's going to sneak by or not, and he will get by just barely. But that's all it takes. So Jacob's going to change the plan here. He's going to go to the draw around the center guard. You know, he has hammer, but figures he's got a 2-for-1 sort of deal here, and he's going to go for it.
Yeah, well, there's no blank here, so you might as well try to get something in behind the guard.
Exactly, yeah. Like to see it. And like I said, the game he did before this one, he had great draw weight at the end of that game. The last half of that game, he just was right there on every shot. So sometimes it's such a struggle to find that. But if you can find it for a shot or two, then you might have it in your back pocket all day long. So Josh Libbus playing the out turn come around with not a ton of ice. Well, looks like the ice is probably right. Looks like he's going to be close here. He actually needs to probably curl a little bit. Got to work hard. Want to get it in there. Like to bury it. You're not going to bury it. In fact, left it not all wide open, but 3/4 open.
Yeah, that was running really straight there. Makes the hit trickier too if that's a straight spot.
Yeah. Yeah, like I say, the ice just doesn't have quite the same amount of curl it had earlier. Not to say you can't finish things, but it's just a little bit slower to move. I think most early in the weekend, I think we were probably close to the edge of the 8-foot to draw the button, and now it seems like it's more like the middle or so. Matthew Hall holding the broom, as he does for Kleiter. He's second stone, but he does hold the broom. He's got a lot of experience at that, and for whatever reason, he seems like quite a strong sweeper too, so it's not because he can't wield a brush, but just that experience in the house probably is appreciated by Rylan Kleiter. Working hard now. Get this one by, and they will get that by as well. These guys are making all these shots look awfully easy.
Whew, they sure are.
Yeah. So Jacob Libbus throwing now, looking at 3, and it's just that little bit tougher with all the rocks in the way. It's you kind of, they're not in your way really, but you're going to see them all in your eye when you throw it, and I find that always a little bit distracting. But he doesn't have much choice. Doesn't matter where he goes on the sheet right now. He's going to have to go through a port or around a guard or whatever. So, and this one he just threw, so he should have this one pretty good. But I always a little hesitant to throw a turn like this where it's not curling a little more. I'd hate to hang it out there on that yellow one because I was just 3 feet heavy and have it not curl enough to count. So
for sure.
But Jacob's got a little bit of confidence around the old draw weight and stuff right now, so I'm sure he'll be fine. And on its way. Looks okay, I think.
Maybe a bit of curl.
Yeah. I think it pretty much comes in naturally there. So he just needs to bite the 8-foot. And he'll have no problem with that as he slides into the top of the 4-foot. So a very nice shot by Jacob Libbus to take a 2-1 lead here after 3 ends of play in Swift Current, Saskatchewan. And we will be back right after the break.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's going to make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster. Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at the RockShop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. The RockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Stronger agronomics. Better returns. Greater peace of mind. From pre-seed to post-harvest, you can count on the Victory Canola program to keep you and your farm ahead of the curve. Grow with us at victorycanola.com.
And we are back for end number 4 here at the Speedy Creek Shootout in Swift Current, brought to you on Curling Stadium with Jacob Libbus with a 2-1 lead over Rylan Kleiter. Kleiter having a hammer in the 4th end. Those watching, I hope you're enjoying the game today and the coverage of this event this week. We've been here for every draw, a couple of games every draw, and if you do enjoy it and you'd like to see more of it and ensure that we're able to bring this to you, please like and subscribe to the channel on YouTube, as it is a very helpful thing for us in our efforts to bring you the best curling across the country. Fooled me with the didn't have the jacket on. I was thinking, how come I have 2 guys in black shirts and whatever? So anyway, going around the corner. This be Trevor Johnson. This looks pretty good. Mattern gets right over that brush. He's doing some work with that. Very nicely done. Can't run that guard yet, or maybe he can. Where are we at? Who's got hammer? Kleiter's got hammer. No,
Yeah,
can't
not
run that
quite
yet.
yet.
No, one more rock. I'm going to try to go by and pick it out and roll. That's going to be a little difficult. He doesn't have a lot of room to work with, but the guard's a little higher. I always get a little fooled on the long shot here. I have to look at the overhead sometimes on the YouTube production to see how much room there actually is there. It looks like there's not very much room from the guard to the rock, but there's quite a bit more than it appears in this angle. From what I'm seeing, is
And it appears we have lost a sweeper.
yeah.
Oh, what a fantastic shot.
That is a great shot. Yeah. It's couldn't do it any better. That's perfect. And that wasn't easy, guys. Like, I know I just said he has a little more room than it looks, and he did, but still, that was not easy to make that perfect roll on that shot. So Kleiter now has to try to clean it up a little bit. Ask Matthew Hall to get rid of a couple of these. Would like to do it in one shot so they don't have to keep plugging away at it. Curling up a little bit. Looks like you should be close.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of weird there. They almost needed to keep that straighter, even though the guard would be on the center line maybe, but that was the only way I think you were going to make the double. Anyway.
They were hoping to curl a little more so they could get it across the face, but
yeah,
like based on where the rock was, I agree they should have just gone for the center.
Yeah. So Libbus with a chance to put Kleiter in a delicate situation here. Coming right around with this. This team has impressed me. As I said, I just did the game they played Eden, and they had their moments in that game that were not favorable. It didn't seem to bother them. It didn't set them off at all, and they could have fallen apart after giving up the 4 to Adine in the second end, but they didn't. And they've just seemed to be playing that much better, although they won't be happy with that shot. Kleiter making a decision here where to go with this roll. Looks like he's trying to get to the inside of that, I think, a little bit, Ryan.
Yep, I think so. That would be a really nice shot if you can stay close to the nose, so you're still in front of the red, but roll slightly in behind.
Yeah, you'd leave the one red one there, but that's okay. It'd be... Even if you're right on the nose, it's not going to be too bad. They're trying to move it a little bit. Now straighten it out. And it looks like he's probably going to touch that guard. Pretty much knew that when Rylan stood up. It was kind of like one of those you're calling a sweeping, and then you're just disgusted almost in yourself. You get up like that. I just look very familiar to me. I don't know why.
Yeah. Wow. That's a devastating result. That could be the turning point of the whole game.
You are right.
If Libbus can hold on, they should be able to steal here. Kleiter is pretty much 2 shots away from getting those reds off the forefoot.
Yeah, only 4 more each to come, and
oh boy.
Just try to get a little too cute with that one, I guess. That's what happens sometimes. So Malberg playing a guard. And he should be pretty good, but it stops. Nicely done. You hit this in the right spot, you could get rid of them all, but got to be perfect. Got to be pretty much right on the nose, I guess.
Yep, got to make this one good.
Yeah.
Don't let the misses pile up and compound on each other.
That's right. So Mattern throwing some weight. He's curling a bit. They got to hold it. No, he's going to be okay. Actually, he's going to curl a little too much. Well, left it there, but that's not going to be the biggest problem they have right now. Looked like he had a really good chance of making that, and it's just a little bit over-aggressive brooming, I think, on the sweeping, and just kind of curl a little too much on them. Another guard going up. The only good thing for Kleiter right now is they're mostly yellow in front, so he will have something of his own to run back in there and have at least one more chance to get out of this mess he's got him in right now.
For sure. But he better darn stick it, because those other 2 reds in the house.
You are right. You're looking like maybe playing the red over the top of the yellow, and I don't know if you have time for that now. I almost feel like you got to make a play on the yellow that's open there. Perhaps not, though. If he's trying to hit the red over the top of the yellow and drive the yellow towards the button, that is a very difficult shot. No, he's not playing that anyways. Playing up the other one.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Hit a lot of things, but didn't improve much.
The one thing I do like is now there's an in-off that Libbus is definitely going to be thinking about. I wonder if they'll even try the hit and roll just to take away that in-off.
Yeah, off their one in the 8-foot there.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. I think he's going to go straight draw, probably. Yeah, right. That double or in-off is certainly there. That was going to be that previous shot was going to be very difficult to achieve much more than they did on it. That's why I wondered if it was time to go ahead and try to play yours. It was in the gap there, in the opening there, and I know it carries some risk. If you don't make it, you're going to be in trouble, but you probably aren't going to be any worse off than you are right now. So lots of discussion here. So he is playing a guard, sort of a combination guard, a little bit guarding the in-off, a little bit guarding the straight come around. I thought he might just come around himself, just come right around top of his own or close to his own.
I don't love that, just because the in-off would be even easier.
Yeah, you'd
if
make
there's 2
contact
rocks
with
to go
something.
into.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you're likely still stealing in that situation. But
So
if you want
Jacob
some
will,
big points, this is how you do it.
yeah, Jacob, we're going to try to guard up that double, or in off as we call it there. Just trying to take that away and maybe take the draw around away as well. It's going to be hard to do that. Take both of those. You're going to have to be absolutely perfect. Well, he might be just going to do that, though. Be absolutely perfect. That's very nicely done. Looks like a simple thing, but it wasn't that easy just to make sure you put it in the right spot, and he did that. So good shot.
Absolutely. A lot of players, they see the guard zone. It's not like the house. It feels like you can just lob it up there somewhere, but
yeah,
you always, on every shot, you want to put it on a really specific spot, but even more so on a shot like that to kill 2 birds with 1 curling stone.
Yes, exactly. It shouldn't be that hard, actually. Those curling stones are heavy.
Yep.
So Kleiter, time for Kleiter to make one here. And I'm not even 100% sure what he's playing.
Yeah, I caught the very end of the call. Looks like just a double peel. He wants to open it up, make room for the draw, and of course the hit down the center line.
Well, hopefully he's able to do that. Get that, roll up.
Oh my.
Well, that's interesting.
I don't know how. Well, it's pretty darn good. The draw is more there than it was before.
Yeah.
That was a lot of rocks moving. I didn't fully process that. Let's take another look.
Yeah. So
Did he touch every rock in play?
I'm thinking he might have. Yeah, just gonna hit.
He touched all the guards.
All the
dunk,
guards.
dunk, dunk.
And all of
Dunk,
those.
dunk,
That's 7 rocks.
Wow. If he
Didn't
threw it
get
a
many
little
of them.
harder, he could have got them all out.
I was gonna say he didn't get very many of them out, but he got them into better places, as you said. No matter what Jacob does on the shot now, it does look like he will have an opportunity to score here, even if it might be a draw to the button to do it. But a minute ago, I didn't think he'd have anything even resembling that easy, if they call that easy.
Yep.
And not only that, on top of that, he is still his yellow open front if for some reason he decided he wanted to play a run back against 3 or 4, which I don't suspect he would do. He probably won't have it available anyway after this shot. But so where do you want to put this, Ryan? If you're Jacob and you're throwing this now, what are you thinking?
Well, the draw is obviously there, and so is the finesse hit, like just a little tap on that red one.
Yeah.
So I think I'd put it just biting the center line and full 8, something like that.
Yeah, so you're going to take away the draw a little bit and maybe tease him into playing the double.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, that would work. I agree with the idea of keeping this rock a little bit on the right side of the center line just to make the draw as hard as you could. And I would have tried not to leave a hole. We hadn't done that. So
Looks like he's going another way,
Yeah.
trying to move it a little bit. If he could have
Yeah.
tapped that to edge of the button, that would have been really, really nice.
Well, and the thing about it, I guess, is that the thing about going in there, as long as you have the line right and you have a good feel for draw weight, it's not going to change Rylan's shot. He's still going to have to draw the button, but now you have one more rock that might end up counting here should he miss this draw. I'm giving him the credit that he's not going to miss the whole entire house. So,
Yep.
yeah.
I think that's pretty fair at this level, at this late in the event. Yep,
Yeah.
I would certainly hope not.
Yeah. The other side of that would be that if he'd put that rock, like we said, on just basically on the right-hand side of the center line, even if it's not in the 8-foot, even if it's up just biting the 12 or something, you would have made this draw quite a bit harder. So that's the one part of it that maybe would convince me that wasn't the best choice.
Yep.
It's going to be close. So I've done a lot of his games in the last couple of weeks, and he's around it all the time. This looks perfect. a tremendous draw by Rylan Kleiter. You know,
And a
looking
great
at-
manage too from the team.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they knew right out of his hand, did a great job on it. And once again, we will be tied this time after 5 ends of play.
Nope, just 4.
After 4, okay, I got the 5th up there. Okay.
Yeah, I updated the score real quick on this
Yeah,
one.
you did great. I just have to remember that. But anyway, 2-2 after 4. We'll take a little break and we'll be back for the second half of this semifinal match.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardlines Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline, join the revolution.
Sasktel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? We award up to $1,000 for youth initiatives that help spread kindness and prevent bullying. What great idea do you have to help stop bullying? Sasktel can help. Go to BeKindOnline.com and apply for a grant today. Together, we can make a difference.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting. We'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
So back for second half action here in our semifinal game between Rylan Kleiter and Jacob Libbus. We are tied at 2, so not much has changed other than the fact there's been a lot of rocks in play, and this game could be like 4-4, 5-5 or something rather than just 2-2, but we are at 2, and Libbus will have hammer here in the 5th end. So a nice final draw there by Rylan Kleiter to score 1 after what he went through in that end, I think, Ryan?
Absolutely. It was 2 great shots from him, actually. You know, there were so many rocks moving. Why don't we play it one more time? Ryan Kleiter's first shots definitely opened up. It made room for the draw because right now there's a red rock on the button. So this was a key shot.
Yeah.
Touches every single rock in play.
Yeah.
Like you said, Jim doesn't remove many, but...
Well, yeah. We counted them up and counting the shooter. There were 7 rocks, and at some point they all moved.
Yep.
So, yeah. And he did give himself enough space that even though he had to draw the button with his last shot, he could do it. Because up until then, up until his first shot, it didn't look like he would ever be able to have a chance to score. So, well done to get his point. So we got 5 rocks in now, and Libbus will be looking to move something. Going to move the one in the house. They always surprise me a little bit. I always expect them to move these center guards quicker than they do. So. And this looks pretty good. Will he hang around? He will not hang around. Kleiter looking for a little tap and roll. Fair bit of room past the guard. I think he indicated he'd just like to get to the nose on this, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm just trying to read some of the motions that the player has, and some of them are different. Just looked to me like he indicated he thought he'd try to just get to the nose of this. Might have changed it now to something slightly different. Roll to the corner. But we'll see. Matthew Hall throws second stones for Kleiter, as we said, and holds the broom for Rylan when he throws. Delivers a really nice stone, though. Sweeper going hard on this. Got to really go. This is when it starts to move, though, around the hog line. Especially if you've got a couple sweepers that can carve it in like that. This one's maybe a little bit on the light side. Will we get it out? We won't get it out. We'll get it back to be number 3.
But will that be enough? Will that rock come into play later with the hammer?
I don't know. We'll know when this suspenseful music comes on. That's your job. You have to find that. Anyway. Yeah. So the intern hit. Yeah. Intern hit from who we got here. This is Zachary Polyak.
Going up and down.
Got to come off that outside one. Will he get off? Will it get off? It will just barely sneak by and not be a great result. But
I know that those are tough to call, but you could have tried to chisel off the guard. You have to call it so perfectly, though.
Yeah. Yeah, because it'd just be ever the slightest of rubs, especially with that guard's pretty long. Well, not long, but it's quite a ways away from that rock he was trying to hit. So would have had to just hit a little tiny piece of it. Like you say, chisel off. So all of a sudden, Kleiter sitting a couple here. Trying to sit 3. Does have hammer. You might consider going around the other corner or something with this and just leaving that open part open just so that you don't end up putting it in there and Libbus sits on top of it and you can't get anything out. But it's not what he's going to do. He's going to go right around. Nothing wrong with that either. Pretty good crowd watching the game on YouTube, but nobody chatting today. Everybody's quiet today. Is he going to get by the front? Looks like he will. Yeah, very good sweeping, this team.
Absolutely. That's a key part of their success, I would say.
Yeah. Very nice shot by Josh Mattern there. They're just looking to play the hit and roll. He has to be careful here. He doesn't have hammer. He's going to run the guard rather. Or peel the guard. Some combination of those two words. Works. Try to pick up one of these on the way by, Ryan? I think you definitely would like to get maybe that outside yellow one.
Yeah, I think that would be nice.
Yeah.
But he's always got that last rock to outcount all the yellows. But if you can get rid of some of them, there might be a chance for 2 later on.
Yeah.
And that won't do it.
No, it's not super helpful. Yeah, I had the hammer backwards again. That Kleiter doesn't have hammer, so good. Either way, he's in a pretty good position right now. Nothing scary close to the button, but has certainly strength in numbers right now.
Totally. But they should put up the score on the scoreboard. It's been almost an entire end.
Yes. Looking for a guard here. So coming over pretty good now. Trying to just get almost to the edge of the center line. Very nicely done by Mattern. Probably a little bit longer than he would have liked, but that should be pretty good. So Libbus forced again with faced again rather with the question of whether or not you can continue to peel a guard or not.
Yeah, I think it might be time to try to get something in there. You don't have to sit shot rock yet, but that top 8 yellow behind the guard is pretty dangerous. So maybe some sort of play on that. I guess going for it with the run back. Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know if he is. I'm wondering whether or not he's just watching the setup here in the hack. Whether or not
I think he's throwing it nice and hard down the middle.
Oh, is he? Okay. Yeah, you're right. Oh, he had the setup the other way anyways. My eyes deceived me. So trying to get a couple here.
Oh, they overswept. Oh, you saw Nathan at the end there. He was not pleased about that one.
I know it was. I thought I was watching a replay of the game earlier. He just had one shot like that, same sort of thing, and had that identical reaction. I swear. Because of the picture from where it is on the camera and on the screen and everything, it just looked like it was a total replay.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Too bad. That should have been able to be good enough to get rid of at least another rock or two. So Jacob playing himself into having to make a big shot at the end of this for a score. So Rylan Kleiter this time doing the same thing, throwing up that guard. I got this one down pretty much to a science. Well, what do you think now if you're Jacob? What are you going to do here, Ryan?
Well, on the third end, we saw him just come around a guard to try to get his deuce, since there were no good hits remaining. It's not as straightforward here. I wouldn't be surprised if he hits and rolls off the full 8-foot rock.
Yeah.
Because if you draw around, you're either leaving an easy in-off for Kleiter off his own yellow, or if you go deep, of course, he's just going to follow you down with a nice freeze.
Yeah.
So hit and roll kind of does both those things, takes it away and gets you buried. Probably the best way to get the 2. Though he could try to draw and be happy with just having a practice draw. Make sure he's got the weight down for the next shot.
Yeah, yeah. Not sure which way he's leaning right now. I think it looks like he's leaning to the hit and roll.
Yeah, I think it's the best shot.
Yeah.
Not necessarily super easy, but...
No, it's usually easier to get to a spot with a draw than with a hit and roll. But at the same time, you are right. If you go and try to play the draw and end up just behind the tee line or something in the in-off, it's pretty easy for Kleiter to make that, and then you're definitely drawing for 1.
For sure.
Yeah. Quick check on the other game while we're at it. Klima has a 2-1 lead over Jordan McDonald after 4 ends of play in that one. So they're moving along at a pretty good pace as well. Good to see. So it needs to curl. You just have to make sure it doesn't curl too much. be just about perfect. Oh, it just didn't curl. It didn't go. It just kind of died on us, on them. Pretty nice effort, though.
Yeah, very close.
Yeah.
They tried to curl it over a little bit
Yeah.
because they thought it was going to get over there on its own, but
Fairly easy to
Not quite.
remove for Kleiter. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's there's not really a lot of danger here. It's pretty hard to jam on anything. You can jam on the back, but you'd have to be playing it a little tighter to that guard than I think you're going to be playing it. So. Looks pretty good. Great shot. Great sweep.
yep, a nice hold from the sweepers.
Yeah, they seem
Or
like they
sweeper.
Sweeper, yeah. Yeah. So Jacob Libbus now forced with a draw for one. Just a matter which way he wants to go. He's looking in turn. I thought he might go the other way.
Yeah, it's nice to have backing, but it also kind of gets in your head a little bit.
No, you're right.
You might think, oh, I can throw this harder, no problem.
Yeah.
And then it does not work out that way. And you go by the backing and you say, oh my goodness, what have I done?
Yeah, it's funny. We usually try to, especially with coaching teams and stuff, try to teach them to avoid that. Everybody always said that, don't draw to backing, don't draw to backing. But even at the top level, sometimes you'll see them go in that direction based on the fact that if they happen to be 2 or 3 feet heavy, they do have something to help them out. But at the same time, you're dealing with people that aren't, like you say, aren't going to get in their heads, and they're going to, if they're heavy by a couple feet. They're not heavy by enough to miss everything there. So Jacob Libbus now looking to get his 1 here in 5. Big shot here, facing 3 or facing 2 probably. Sweeper just doing the push technique there, which Ryan tells me is almost as effective as sweeping, at least early on in the process. Looks like he's going to be okay. I think if he gets it by, will it get there? It will not get there. A steal of 2.
Oh, that is devastating.
For Rylan Kleiter, yeah, absolutely. And I don't know if I'm buying that push thing. I think we could have used that extra sweeper there. Anyway, 4-2 after 5 ends of play. We'll be back after the break.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardlines Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline, join the revolution.
Saskatchewan, you know Sasktel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With Sasktel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. Sasktel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.
The people have spoken, the votes are in, and the players are ready to rock. At curling's first ever All-Star event, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th, where 13 of the world's best men's and women's curlers face off for a star-studded celebrity pro-am, a unique skills competition, and an all-star skins game you won't want to miss. Got a ticket? We'll see you in Music City. Don't have one? Better hurry. They're going fast. The 2025 TCG All-Star Game, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th. Let's rock.
I'm Jane.
And I'm Rick, and Jane and I are the owners of Sprague Foods Limited here in Belleville, Ontario, in the Bay of Quinte area. We're a food processing facility, and we can a whole range of products, including soups and sauces and rice pudding and beans.
So a big steal of 2 here in the 5th end for Rylan Kleiter. Puts him a little bit in the driver's seat, I think, at this point, Ryan.
Yeah, this is a tough situation. that really hurts in such a big game to have a chance to draw full 8 and not quite get it there. But there's still time left, and the team's been playing very well. So
yeah,
they're
absolutely.
Not out of it yet.
Yeah, I think it necessitates you going pretty hard here to score 2 and 6. Down 2, I think you want to at least get the 2 back. Down 1 means you got to go steal. That's not that easy. So get a couple here, and you're back to where you're not very unhappy being tied up after 6. So got a couple corners up already. Rylan Kleiter going to go up with the high guard now. Pretty much picture perfect position for all 4 rocks here. So far, Matt Hall. It's going a little further than they want it to go, it looks like. Maybe not. That's a good shot. That's a good shot. It's quite a decent separation, as you can see. We can't see the high guard on the overhead, so that would tell me that those 2 rocks have quite a bit of distance between them, which is what you'd like to have. Zachary Polyak. Once again, he made a huge shot earlier. He could use another one right now. Be in the neighborhood for sure. Get 2 of them anyway. That's a good shot. Would like to have lost a shooter as well, but sometimes you can't get everything. Rylan will look to replace that one. Same idea, right around those logos. It'd be just about perfect and behind this red one. He's not going. I don't think he wants to go in right now anyway. I think it's that guard is high enough that he'd just as soon have another guard than have another rock in the 4-foot area. Right now anyway. So another pretty good throw for Matt. Reasonable chance here at making the red on the yellow and onto the yellow in the house, moving off that button area. It's not an easy shot by any means, but it's definitely there. Let's curl a little
close.
Just had to come up a little more, I guess. Ryan just gonna hit a little bit.
Yeah, just a hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure he wanted to open it up with the corner guard over there. That was a useful rock for him later on.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. Jacob just exiting stage right there for a minute or two. Where it went.
Yeah.
Went out of the picture.
People keep leaving.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah. And he's back. So the guard going up for Mattern here. Looks pretty good. Nicely done. And not going quite the way Jacob would have liked it to go on. He'd like to be sort of setting up his second point right now, and he's still chasing pretty hard. Nathan Mulberg now. See if Nate can make this double peel. It should have it. What happens over here? And it stayed. It's unfortunate.
Looks like it just spun up at the end.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Just barely, though. Yeah, not a whole lot changed. The guard's in a very similar spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
So 3 rocks apiece to come here. And then number 6, Rylan Kleiter, has pretty good shot rock close to the button. Looking to guard it up. And with a luck steal one this end. That's very nicely done. So double peel one more time. Looking to maybe get lucky with the red one if it comes over there and jams against the yellow and stays biting the rings. That would be a great bonus because then Rylan Kleiter would probably have to hit it with a 2-point lead. Rather, it would make sense for him not to hit it. I don't even know for sure they're going to play that yet, but if they do, I think that would be the one possible extra benefit, if you will. But they're still talking it out. A few different options, just a matter of which one is the best for you. So I'm not sure if they settle on the double peel, Ryan, or if they settle on the run red on the yellow in the house. I'm thinking double peel.
Yeah, I think just keeping simple, maybe even just spin the red one into the house would be a nice outcome. Force Kleiter to hit it out instead of guarding again.
Exactly, yeah. And this looks pretty good. Very nice. Get behind the corner, not quite. That was almost a bonus point there for that shot. If you ever got that right behind the corner, it would have been beautiful.
Well, hit and rolls are hard enough on their own, but
yeah.
add in a run back before the hit and roll. Ooh. No, they're going to be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, really. They were ready for it. Couldn't confuse them and not being ready for the roll. Both guys were right there. They just couldn't quite get it far enough.
Yep.
But a lot better situation they had a minute ago. So be happy with that. working hard on this. Got to go to get it by, and they will sneak it by.
Great sweep. I know they would have loved to roll that just even half a rock more.
Yeah. So Jacob Libbus now look for a little hit inside. Maybe set up his 2. If he makes this, if he's trying to get in behind there, and Rylan will no doubt try to come down, sit right in front of him or on him, regardless of whether or not he shot. So his 2 still would be difficult, but it's okay. He might have a chance at it. Like I said, a couple times now, just a few shots ago, it didn't look like it did look like he may not ever get a chance to score 2. Never mind 2. So getting ready for it. Jacob Libbus delivering his first of 2 here in the 6th. Trying to make the inside roll, and looks like he's going to be really close. Don't let it roll too far. That's a great shot. Very nicely done.
Yeah, a great comeback shot from the last end. That'll be a confidence booster.
Exactly. Rylan now will play the draw as expected. Kleiter with his final stone here in the 6th. Rylan is always around it with his draws, so this should be pretty close. Guys working hard.
Can they curl it enough?
Can he get shot rock also? Maybe not, maybe. Big difference. If he is shot, no, looks like red. Well, by the somewhat biased Libbus team, it looks like red.
Yeah, no kidding. But there's no real way to get another red one in there without removing the yellow. So I guess there is that too.
I'll tell you though, in our earlier game too, and once again, that Jacob had a draw similar to this, where he had to draw the edge of the button. I figure he had about the size of the broom head was about the space he had to draw to, and man, he was like about a half an inch from making that shot for 3, I think, at that time. Wow, was there just an amazing draw? Like there just was no room at all. He had less room than you have here, although it's very similar. I will agree.
Oh wow, yeah.
This is a very gutsy call, taking this on. Guess he figures he just can't come around on the out turn and take that out. He might be right, although if you could get the weight perfect, I think you could make it. That's a long run though to take to score 2 when you're already sitting 1, but
yeah, a little risky too, like you said.
They have decided though, whatever they're going to do, they have the plan. Looks like the run back. Leapfrog. So a shot to put himself right back on a level playing field with Rylan Kleiter, and hopefully not ending up taking his own rock out here, which is also quite possible. Can't see now, but he's not going to curl quite enough. So it'll be just a single point for Jacob Libbus here, and we will go to end number 7 with Kleiter having a 4-3 lead over Libbus when we come back for the 7th end of their semifinal match here in Swift Current.
Team Homan rocks. Team Mowat rocks. But who rocks harder? On April 7th, we'll find out. Presented by Rio Mare, join us in Toronto at the Curling Group's first ever Battle of the Sexes, as world number 1 Team Homan takes on world number 1 Team Mowat in a head-to-head charity curling skins game with a twist. 8 ends, 4 rule changes, and curling like you've never seen before. Watch it live on the Grand Slam of Curling website, app, and YouTube with celebrity coaches and special guest appearances. The Curling Group's first ever Rio Mare Battle of the Sexes, April 7th, Mattamy Athletic Center in Toronto. Get your tickets now at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Welcome to therockshop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of Curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of Curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
So we're back, and 2 ends to play here in our semifinal match between Rylan Kleiter and Jacob Libbus. It's been a tight one right from the get-go. Jim Nix with Ryan Jacques here with the call on this one. And Ryan, I think the story in this end is going to be Libbus going flat out to score.
Yep, they really want to steal here. They can live with a force, but you're down in points late in the game. There's no need to sugarcoat it. It's time to go.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't going to be a very good shot with hammer. What a horrible start. I'm not going to mince my words there. That's 4 center guards.
Yeah, I don't know what went on there, but man, you're right.
Thankfully, they're all so close together for Team Kleiter, but
yeah,
whew.
very friendly gesture for Team Kleiter in the 7th end, anyways.
Yep. I wonder if Team Libbus slipped them a few dollar bills. Ends.
Yeah. In our other match too, Jordan McDonald, big steal of 2 in the One and 6th then to take a 5-2 lead over Lucas Klima of Czechia. A great position for Jordan. So time to move some stuff.
What do you think? Can he make the quad peel here if it's just right?
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out. I'm thinking he could get awfully close.
He's got to throw it nicely, though. It's looking pretty close so far. Now splits it all open. Nicely done.
Yeah. Well, probably Jacob Libbus probably wasn't too unhappy to see the end result of that either, because it could have looked a lot worse. He at least has something to work with. You'll see this coming down here.
Yeah. Does a nice job moving everything off the center, but yeah, like you said, there's still lots to work with, and both draw paths are blocked off. So
well, exactly.
A little scary.
Yeah. So guard going up for Libbus. Looks just about right. Ooh.
Very nicely placed.
Kleiter looking to hit the red. Take that yellow corner up at the same time. Not sure why, but that's what he's doing.
Well, I think probably thinking about the draw path.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
And if he hits it just right, he might get lucky or skilled and get it back into the red one in the house. Make all three of them fly.
Yeah, possibly. Matthew Hall, we're going to see. That's got some weight on this one. He will get both, and he will roll Libbus's rock into the rings.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there. I mean, they're not going to be worried about that one being a stolen point, but that rock will keep them from blanking this end.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, if you can't outdraw that rock in the 12-foot, you certainly don't deserve to win the semifinal of a very competitive spiel.
Yeah. So up goes the guard one more time. One more time times 3, probably, by the time we keep going here.
Yeah.
Be doing much with this, just keep it there. A little rub. Yeah, just a touch. Perfect. Might have got there anyway without the rub, but it would have been another couple feet closer to the circles, which probably wouldn't be preferred. So Kleiter now looking to peel the center guard. Joshua Matern. Looks pretty good. Josh, very steady player. So here comes the guard. Nathan Wahlberg. Wahlberg, rather, not Wahlberg. And another very well-placed guard. He did it this time without even using that yellow one.
Yeah, that's been a key thing this game. I know we mentioned it earlier, but that guard placement is, you need to be precise on those at this level.
Yeah. I think you got to run a guard here, try to make that. So appeal for Mattern here. A turn. Trying to make the straight back double takeout. This one's got to curl a little bit more. Won't quite get there. And we might end up, nope. I was going to say we might end up with another red one on the rings before we're done.
Yeah,
but
it was looking like it.
Yeah. So with just 2 more to come, Jacob Libbus looking to steal a point here, and he's still in a pretty good position. I don't know if his rocking the house is good enough to steal or not, but it does have half the 4 foot. So it's a pretty good spot. This one needs to get over a little bit more, and it will. Absolutely, a series of absolutely perfect guards. Just a clinic on throwing guards here, and they're almost all the same length and everything. It's just well done.
Yeah, again, we've said it a couple times now, but it looks easy, but it's very impressive.
Yeah. Yeah. So another peel attempt. Suggest this will be the last one. If he doesn't make this one, Libbus will guard again, although he might try to go 12 foot. Or he might try to tap, but we'll see.
Is this one going to nudge the red one? Nope.
No, no. Surprisingly, they weren't able to make. I don't know how hard they were going at that run, but I think they were trying. Basically, I think they had it lined up every time, hoping to maybe make it. Where would you go here, Ryan? Would you sneak this into the rings, or?
Yeah, I think you pretty much got to put it in front of that red in some capacity.
Yeah.
I'd consider top 12, so the double does not get shot rock. Yeah. Maybe even tap it to the kind of back of the button would be a pretty nice shot. But it does leave a double.
Yeah. I think I like the guard up there roughly where those guys are too. Make sure that if he decides he wants to play the double, depending on what you want him to do,
Exactly.
If you'd
His
like
draw
him
weight has been pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you want him to throw that wide draw to the half and the 4 foot, or try to go after some sort of double takeout? Which one's he going to miss?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have an answer for that. It's interesting they changed turns, though. I guess I figure that if they try to go the same way and try to go just a little bit deeper, it might get a little scarier on the high yellow guard. So I think I can figure.
Yep.
So here comes Jacob Libbus' last shot here in the 7th end, as he tries to tie this one up to go to 8. This is looking pretty good.
Yeah, and over curled a hair from what they wanted. They wanted maybe half a rock over to block maybe a tiny bit of that draw path, but it does the main job.
Yeah, very nice shot. I think it was, well, again, use that term, well managed down the sheet. They knew exactly where they wanted it. He just added a couple extra feet for where he wanted to go, and he's in pretty nice shape. He did that with switching turns as well. It's kind of, that in itself is a little bit impressive. So Rylan Kleiter now facing 3 in the 7th. Only one of them which should pose any problem to him, and that's the one at the top of the 4 foot. Josh Mattern. Going hard on this.
They're really going hard. Did he pull the strings? Is it even in the 12 foot?
I don't think he's even getting to the house. Oh, maybe.
Wow.
No. Whoa, what a disaster for Rylan Kleiter. Rylan, who traditionally has great draw weight, steals 3 in end number 7 and will take a 2-point lead to the 8th and final end, or possibly final end, of our semifinal match between Rylan Kleiter and Jacob Libbus. We'll be back with you for the 8th end after the break.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's going to make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster. Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Stronger agronomics, better returns, greater peace of mind. From pre-seed to post-harvest, you can count on the Victory Canola program to keep you and your farm ahead of the curve. Grow with us at victorycanola.com.
I have an idea.
Good timing. So we're back for the 8th end here. And shockingly enough, Libbus has a 2-point lead now in the 8th end. Certainly a surprise miss by Rylan Kleiter on the last shot, Ryan.
Yeah, true. It's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has been a devastating game in that regard. But I guess it's all kind of balanced out now. So
yeah.
Earlier in the game, Jacob Libbus came up short, gave up a steal of 2 on the draw. And you could argue the same thing happened here. Steal of 3 it was, but it was tough to get 1. It was very possible, but we would maybe say the expected outcome was giving up steal of 1. So they both lost 2 points that they should not have on the steal. And nature has balanced itself out, I guess.
Okay. That's some serious math going to work on there. So well done.
Thank you.
Yeah. Also interesting is that that's the second game in a row here in the playoffs that Jacob Libbus has managed to get a steal of 3, which is, I don't know how often you play on your circuit against your good teams that you play against, and you're not going to steal 3 very often. Steal 3 in the quarterfinal, steal 3 in the semifinal. It's kind of surprising at best.
Absolutely.
So Kleiter now has his corners up, so he's got what he needs to manufacture a couple of points here. He will look for 3 here, but 3 is always kind of hard to come by. You see it, but it's kind of hard to come by. But he will definitely make every effort possible to give himself a chance at that. Matthew Hall now looking to kind of gently move these reds around and keep the shooters someplace, preferably behind one of these guards, which looks like he's probably going to do right away. Might roll a little too far, and he did, but very nice effort. Spun back a little bit, made it a little tiny bit tougher than it looked like it was going to be, but Libbus now having Zachary Polyak play this hit on the rock out in the 12-foot. So I got cord tying up on me. This should be okay. Staying pretty straight. Good rotation on that. Good idea throwing that out there, and he's even going to stay. Kleiter now looking to play a draw around that corner. And Matthew Hall has a good one here if it stops, and it will. I want to go behind that red because he can run on India. So very nice shot by Matt. Libbus look to run the corner, peel the corner. He might pick up the other yellow on the way by. We'll see. Lots of weight on this one.
Oh, this is tight. Oh,
Yeah.
my. Oh!
Yeah. That could have
At
been
least
really
he didn't
bad.
stick it. That would have been
Yeah.
really tragic.
It would have been for sure. As a result, it doesn't change too much. But you're right, it could have been really bad. Wasn't really very close for a shot that's going to be that much weight. He must have been pretty tight. Our other semifinal game playing the 8th end, also with a 2-point deficit for one team, but Jordan McDonald holds a 5-3 lead, but he does have hammer, so he's in quite good shape playing Lucas Klima. The draw around the corner, setting up the 2 for Kleiter. He's very successful, good shot. I don't know that you want to go peel the corner again. I think you got to hit the one that's, yeah. So Malberg now will be asked to heat and flop a couple feet or 3 feet or so into the circles there and sit 1-2 when they're done.
This one's out there. Wow.
Yeah.
Is he even going to get it? It came up at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, he just had nice weight on that. He didn't overthrow that at all, so got a little bit of curl there. So Rylan now will, at least temporarily, look at playing a come around, draw a second rock behind that corner.
It's going to be tough for him to get buried and third shot. Does he need to be third shot yet?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if he needs to be third, but if he comes right to that one, he'll be third for sure.
I guess the concern is there
Setting
might
up
be a double past the guard, and then it's pretty much game over.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you're not third shot, I don't know how you're going to get rid of that side red eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It's a little tricky. They could easily walk away with a 2 here if they played the hit. Just roll a little bit away. Libbus might be gutsy and chase the buried rock, but you should have your deuce that way. But this is the way to win the game. They're going for it.
Yeah, and I think for the most part, that's the way the teams always play now. They just figure the odds of winning without hammer, even with the 5 rock rule and all that, are just so low that they're going to make every effort possible to get 3, and they're willing to have it not work sometimes. But that's a very nice shot.
Yeah, it's well done.
Yeah, really good. Really
Putting
good.
pressure on Team Libbus here.
Yep. Yeah, you got to just draw into those, I think, and I don't know that you can make a play on them, but if you draw into that one, even if you bump it a little bit and stay right there, you should be in pretty good shape.
I don't know. I think you might want to make a play on it. I think the draw is there, but you have to be sitting 2 after this shot, or at least sitting third shot. Otherwise, you might as well shake hands. And I think it's going to be tough to put a really good draw in there. And if you bounce off, obviously, that's no good. Looks like they're going to chase it in some way.
I was going to say, looks like they're going to make some kind of play on it. And probably makes sense from the right-hander's hack here. You can probably see, I'm guessing you can probably see a third plus a little bit. And, just got to throw enough to make sure you get it well out into the 12-foot and preferably off the rings. But Jacob Libbus with his first shot here in the end number 8. So we were going hard on this. This is on the guard, I think. Will they sneak it by? Can they sneak it by? They will. No.
Oh, what a mistake.
Those are that horrible one that happens when you just feather that guard. If only you miss it by more, you're okay.
Exactly. That's a management error. And I was going to say before the shot, I didn't want to curse them. Maybe I cursed them just by thinking about it. But I was thinking it's not the end of the world if you hit the guard. It's pretty easy double.
Exactly.
Half a rock, but
yeah. Another look at it here. You can see this is like, looks like he's going to be on the guard for sure. And then it looks like he's going to get by. And just at the very last second, just, wow, you don't know how you can even hit it that thin.
And I suppose it might not be fair to call that a management error. They almost made it after hitting the guard.
Yeah.
So they probably had to try to sweep it by. Just super unlucky to get it like that. If they move it even half a rock over, easy double. And it's a timed game.
Yeah. No, I think I agree. It is hard. It's easy to sort of say, oh, they shouldn't have done that. They should have let it hit the guard, but it was just too close. Every now and then you get one like that. It's just too close to feel like you should have left it. Well, this is interesting too. I don't know that it did. I think there's certainly a hit and roll up against that one on the tee line. Not easy. It's got to quite flat, but not ridiculously hard to do either.
Yeah, and with the weight these guys can throw, they can definitely get it over there. They don't need to hit out of the house.
No.
So that's good news. Ooh, can you see enough of that yellow one? That's really tight to the guard because he barely moved it.
Well, I got to believe that the double coming off that one on the button is a lot easier than any kind of double or whatever coming around that top. Those were, coming around the corner.
Yeah, I think so. And with the double in the center, you don't have to kind of like Nathan's queuing up right now. You don't have to roll right into the side. You can hit it a little thinner and hit the back side.
Yeah.
As long as you stick somewhere in the house.
Yeah.
Because if your shooter rolls out, there's just an open hit for 3.
Yeah, unless you happen to throw this very hard, you catch the back of the yellow, but both yellows are out.
Yeah.
Even if you roll out, then you're just giving up 2 and going to an extra end. But that's probably unlikely. You're probably either making it or not making it.
Yep. Or even breaking a rock.
Yeah.
It's at some point would be technically there if the rocks were strong enough to withhold the force. Though I can assure you, I've never come close to breaking a rock myself.
No. I think there's a rule or something that says if that ever happens, you use the largest piece.
Yeah, that rings a bell.
Yeah.
That would be funny to see in action. Well, maybe not funny for whoever owns the set of rocks.
Yeah.
But
so Jacob Libbus with his final rock here in the 8th end, looking to make a difficult double, or at the very least a hit and a roll to either win this game or push it into an extra end. So
it all comes down to this.
Yeah. Has to throw it quite hard and has to hit probably 2/3 of the rock. I think probably Ryan would do it somewhere around there.
At least even 3/4 would do.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, well, he has to hit 3/4.
Oh no.
Oh no. Man, that was not even close. That curled a lot.
No, and to make matters worse, it's very difficult to miss this wide because you have the red catcher.
Yeah.
So this has been a back and forth game, not in the best ways at sometimes. Some misses from both skips.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame, I think, but I don't know. Who knows? Who should have won this game? So.
Well, I guess that's the reality of competition. Whoever wins the game should have won the game.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not true. But
yeah, well, yeah.
It's the way we think it should be.
It's probably true 96 or 7% of the time, I would imagine, maybe even a little more.
Yeah.
Rylan Kleiter now with an open hit and stick for 3 and a win and a spot in the finals here at the Speedy Creek Shootout. Just need to clean and make sure you get it on the nose. Rylan's pretty steady with these. Doesn't overthrow. And he will hit and stay and pick up a 3 here in end number 8. for a 7-6 victory over Jacob Libbus. And Rylan will move to the finals at about 3:30 local time, which isn't really all that long away from now. So they welcome to jump over and join the final couple of rocks in the other game if you're so inclined. And on behalf of Ryan Jakes and Jerry Gertz and myself, we would say goodbye for now. Hope you stay around and watch the final. And we'll be seeing you at 3:30. Bye for now.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's gonna make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster. Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardlines Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep...